Congratulations on the purchase of your new Colorado tent. This classic tent is perfect for any outdoor space, whether in your backyard or way out in the wilderness. It's able to keep you safe, dry, and happy. It comes with the following items: the tent cloth, 9 metal couplers, ropes and stakes, and the red, blue, and yellow tipped frame poles. The first step in any tent assembly is to choose a great location. Find an area that's as flat as possible and free of rocks, branches, and debris. Keep in mind, you'll want to keep enough room around the perimeter of the tent for the guy lines, approximately 5 feet in each direction. Second, place the red, blue, and yellow frame poles on the ground in the approximate location of where your tent will go. You'll see the poles have colored tips to designate their use. Blue poles make up the rafters. Yellow poles make up the top ridge and eaves. And the red poles are used for the sides of your tent, or the legs. Next, get the couplers out of their bag and place them in between the frame poles. Set aside the 2 3-way couplers with rings on the top. These will be used at the top ridge of the roof at the front and rear of the tent. The other 4 3-way couplers go on the front and rear at both sides of the tent. The 3 4-way couplers go in the middle of the tent. Now you'll assemble the frame. Start by building the ridge beginning at one end. Remove the 4-inch eye bolt and nut from the coupler. Place the straight end of a 3-way coupler over the yellow ridge pole and align the coupler holes with the holes on the ridge pole. Next, complete the connection for all the couplers and yellow tipped frame poles to assemble the roof. You should now have a complete roof assembly. With 2 people, you can carefully move the entire assembly where you want your tent to stand. Again, remember to leave a perimeter of at least 5 feet for the guy lines on every side. Next, you'll begin placing the tent over the roof assembly. You'll want to make sure that the tent is right side out prior to installation. This can be done by locating the door and ensuring that the screen is facing the inside of the tent. Start by sliding the tent onto the frame from one eave, over the ridge, and to the other eave. At the front and back of the ridge, locate the gold grommets. Open the zipper beneath the small flap and remove the 4-inch eye bolt and nut. Then, align the grommet with the hole in the coupler and place the eye bolt into the hole through the tent. Secure with a nut. You can then zip the opening closed. Remember, you need to do this at the front and the back of the ridge. Now, take the red frame poles that are on the ground and attach them to the eave couplers on one side. This may take 2 people, and keep in mind, you may have to lift the tent back over the eave area to secure the red pole to the couplers. After the red poles or the legs have been installed on one side, repeat this procedure on the other side. Now the tent should still be resting on the roof. Pull the tent cloth slightly over the edge of each corner coupler at equal distance. If the tent is too tight, loosen the securing eye bolts slightly so that the frame can flex. Once the cloth is equally pulled over the 4 corners, pull the tent down to the ground completely, all the way under the feet of the red frame poles. Then, put stakes in all of the grommets at the base of the tent. Lastly, weave your guy lines through the eave grommets at the top of your tent wall and tie with a simple knot. Pull the lines taut at the same angle as the roof to ensure maximum stability, and then stake them to the ground. You can tighten as needed with the tensioners. If you purchased a tent floor, you can now unfold that and secure it to the base of the tent cloth. Well done! Your tent setup is complete, but more importantly, you're ready to make some special memories in the great outdoors. Keep in mind, it's not recommended to move the tent after setup. If necessary to relocate, take the tent down and reassemble.